Okay, so we're back. I'm sorry, you guys, that happened, and I'm going to try calling Chris Garcia back. We'll just join call here, and let's see if that works. Join the call. Sorry, you guys, I had to restart my computer. So let's see. And it still says that it's not working. We got a weird echo thing going on. Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, so I hung up on that call. Can you hear me now? Still? Chris? Hello? Christopher, can you hear me? Hold on one second. Oh, man. Chris, are you there? No, I'm not hearing him. Still. Okay, Mooney can hear me.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me here on the computer?
Yes, I can hear you perfect.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let me go over here. Because we have a caller.
Okay.
I'm going to hang up, and then I'm going to call this person right back. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I don't know how to do this. I know you're both on here. Guest from area code 406, can you hear us? So let me try to add him this way. So sorry about the tech issues, you guys. Very weird. Let me add this person. 1406.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? No, it's not letting me add that person on this call. Weird. Can you still hear me, Chris? Wow, what the heck is going on? Chris, can you hear me? Why is this not working? I'm not understanding. Can you hear me now, Chris? Christopher. Weird. Okay, so calling Chris Garcia on the phone here. So you couldn't hear me through the computer again?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Well, yeah, because I just called you on the phone. And I restarted my computer and everything, which is odd. So let me see what I can do here.
I know, that's weird.
And it's showing that you're coming through the computer, so that's insane. So we're going to have to do some more juggling and try to get these callers back. I don't know. Let me try having you over here. Okay, I'm going to call you over here on this computer. Oh, but don't hang up. Let me see. Sorry. Let me stop that. Good Lord. Good God, y'all.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. Hello?
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 What a frustrating mess. I restarted the computer and everything, guys. I don't know why it's doing this. And now my other computer is being weird. Backup computer. Okay, let me hang up on this. Join call here. Join. Let's see if this works. Because you guys can hear them on
Are you there?
Hello, hello. Let me see. You can't hear me over here.
Are you there? Because I
Hello?
can't hear now.
Weird. I don't know what's happening, people. Let me go back. Back to the future. Join call here, so Chris can hear me. Weird. Okay. Okay, Chris. Put the messenger away. Can you hear me, Chris?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So hold on, guys. I just don't know what to do. So freaking strange. I don't understand why he can't hear me. You guys can hear all of us. Yes, it's like techno. And I even restarted the computer. Just wait until I call him. So I'm going to try calling. And it says, restart your computer. I already did. Why the heck is this not working? Very strange, very odd. Trying not to have dead air. So I'm trying to talk through this as I'm trying to figure it out. Everything looks great. Everything looks the way it should. Why is it not working? So trying to call Chris.
Hello?
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 Hey, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Yes, this is frustrating. Okay, hold on. Let me go over here to...
I can't hear you.
Yeah, and I don't understand why this isn't working. They should be able to hear me. Speaker. So, Chris, can you hear me on the phone?
You there?
Nope, not working.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. So very strange.
Yes, I know it is. But I still can't hear you. Are you calling through that other computer?
Yeah, I tried that. It's not working still. I don't know what's going on. Why it's not working. Unmute, call back. Hello, hello. I don't know why it's not working. So we might have another delay. I'll try to restart this computer, see if that works. For some reason it's not working. It says you're on hold. Why would you be on hold? Okay, guys. I so apologize for this. I don't understand. This is like... Yeah, I'm lost in a mirror vortex. So yeah, when I had Chris on, could you guys hear him? For some reason, he can't hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here, try to fix this. Alright, calling Chris back. Got the Skype down, pulling it back up. I restarted the computer, refreshed it. I don't know what the issue is. Try calling him again.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? I still can't hear me.
Are you there?
Yes, I am. So weird. Okay,
Hello?
so I don't understand why he can't hear me. Hold on, Chris. Let me see if I can get this figured out. Why the heck? Okay. Hello, hello. Hello. I'm sorry, you guys, for this technical... Microphone. Can you hear me now? Christopher. So strange. Okay, call me on the other one. Let's see what we can do. How about I try calling him here, and you guys can hear him through my mic, and we'll try to do that. Call. Okay, says I can't. I'm already on the call. Let me hang this up. Go back. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Let me get
I think with the other one, with whatever other one that you were, I guess your computer, I couldn't hear nothing. I couldn't hear you at all. But whatever you're doing on this one, it's working.
Yeah, very odd. And I reset it and everything, restarted it. It still didn't work. Even though everybody else could hear us, we couldn't hear each other. So let me try going over here and calling back our callers that we had coming in. We had Rosemary. Okay, so I'm going to try calling them back on Skype on computer one. So let me hang up on this call. Very weird. It says you're still on the call.
I know.
Okay, Rosemary.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm just making sure because that was weird.
That was super weird. Like, I don't even understand what happened there. Very strange.
That's what Robert was saying too. He was messaging. He's like, it's very strange. And for Robert, you're in the chat room. That was weird. That was so weird. But then again, when you have Chris and Tess, you never know what you're gonna get.
That's right.
That's what makes us special, everybody.
For sure. Okay, so let me try to call this person. And when we were trying to talk to area code 406, that wasn't working either. So I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hear us, being that you couldn't hear me through there. Super strange. Super strange. Alright, so have you had issues like this on other shows with calls being dropped and so on and so forth?
Honestly, the truth, as far as I can remember, not really, not that I know, except there was this one show I did, and his, what's the name, what do they call it? His hard drive, it just turned off, because he said he had problems with it, but I was thinking to myself, he's getting attacked. Because they did something to his network. His own people were stealing money from him. So he had to regroup and start like fresh with new producers. And so I didn't get a chance to tell him that because it just, yeah. So he had, and this was just like, I was supposed to be on that show, I think on 20th. But we had to like reschedule, so I'm probably gonna be on his on Tuesday. But it was just so weird because he's like, I'm sorry guys, he just had to like, he said, he was doing all the news and stuff, and then like not even less than 20 minutes, he had to cut it off because he said his computer turned off. He's like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. So that's already like the second time. The second time, that's the first time that's ever happened to him, and I think he was getting attacked. That's what I think. Now, as far as you're concerned, I don't know. That's just weird.
Yeah. Ad saying that I downloaded a virus hidden in porn, which I think not. And we have area code 406. Who are we talking to?
I know you can speak to me, whoever you are. Did they answer?
Yeah, area code 406. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. How's it going? So sorry for the tech issues.
It's good.
So did you have a question for Chris?
No, listening, and is it okay if I say something now?
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to tell him I'm proud of him and that I love him.
Yeah. Tessa's like, what?
Yeah, she said she's proud of you.
I know. She said that she loved me. That's what she said.
Aw. That's super sweet. Well, I'm glad you called in. I'm sorry we were having such an issue. I still don't understand what happened with that. I'm still lost. Lost in the fray. Let me see if I can add Rosemary on here. She had called and I had to hang up on her. Oh. See if I can look in my call logs. She did call, but it's not showing up now. So Rose, if you're out there, call back.
I think that.
Go ahead,
Chris.
Chris.
That was just weird. Very weird.
Yeah, for sure. Let me try to pull her name up here. Oh my goodness. No name match. Okay, so make this small. Go back over here. Thanks, area code 406 for calling in. Oh, here we go. Hello, area code 970. Who are we talking to?
This is Rose.
Hey, Rose. Thanks for calling back. Sorry for the tech issues. We're still stumped.
Oh, it's crazy.
It is. Chris had just done a reading and we're wondering if it was something from that, because right after that call, we couldn't hear each other, but everybody else could hear us.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw that. I was just kind of curious about with all this change happening, what it really means. And why I keep resisting it.
Okay, what did she say? What changed with her, or just everything in general?
Just in life in general.
Honestly, I feel like you're going through transformation, is what I'm getting. It's like I'm being told that you're being tested in your faith with all the issues that you're going through, like in general, like love, finances. I mean, you're going through a lot, like almost like all these problems. Like things are getting better, and then when something gets better, something else goes wrong. And then I'm being told that too, that you're gonna start seeing who your true friends are, because your circle of friends are not honest with you. Some of them, I'm being here that they're betraying you, and they're just not honest with you at all. So you need to start really like doing like a scan and feeling who you should trust, and don't hesitate. Just try to listen to your heart to tell you who's your friend and who's not your friend. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm being told to tell you.
Okay, I understand.
But now, as far as that's concerned, I don't know if you grew up in this era, but I know that there could possibly be witchcraft probably being done also. So there could be some negative intentions, maybe throwing some harmful energy to you, so you can just feel depressed. Because I feel like you feel like you're like lost, and you feel so down, like because before you didn't struggle this much, and now you're struggling more. And then I think with the economy and what's going on, that makes it worse to look for, to have money coming in and to survive. But I know if you want a more personal, but if you want more of a personal reading, you can contact me. I don't know if you have my information. But if not, that's really up to you. If you want more like a personal reading, more private, then I can do it. But as far as I'm feeling right now, that you're going through a lot of transformation, and you're going through a change, and it will change. Because I feel like this has been going on since last year. Like, I want to say like toward the end of the year, maybe like November, December is what I'm hearing. So you're going into a new year, and whatever... this is what they're telling me. Whatever residue energy you left from last year, some of it's coming into this year. So whatever energy needs to be rid of, it's starting to dissolve. Like, because I think that you're praying a lot, and I'm hearing that God is hearing your prayers. So things are going to start changing, and I'm thinking more likely. I'm thinking, for some reason, I'm hearing April. You're going to start noticing things sooner. But since it's like almost the end of February, I wouldn't be surprised if it works even faster. So, but I'm picking up April, but it could happen sometime in March. But you're going to start noticing big changes in April. Big.
And am I going to still be with the same guy I'm with?
Honestly, that's a very good question, because what I'm being told, you know that answer, because I'm being told that you feel like you're not. You think it's not going to be the same anymore. Like, you almost feel like things are different from him. He's not the same person when you first met him. And I'm being told that you already have the answer. You already know that answer, and you feel like, I guess you just wanted to hear confirmation from yourself, because I'm being told that I'm thinking I feel that you're going to find someone better, because he's just not there for you. He's not giving you the support that you need, because you're, with all this downfall and all this chaos that you're going through, he's there, but not the way you want him to be.
Thank you. I did need a confirmation, and it's hard to kind of move on. I just don't want to hurt him like that. So how can I do it gently?
I guess, to be honest with you, there's no really hard way to to move away from that, because I'm being told that you've known them all your lives. From each other, and that's what's going to make it less painful.
You be okay?
But if you want to, I do feel that if you want to, we can do like more personal reading. If you want to, we can talk more about that. I don't know if you have a paper and pen. If you want it, if you have a paper and pen on.
That'd be great.
Okay, the number would be 210-974-3470. And then we can talk more about what you want to know, because I feel like you have a lot of questions to ask. Because you're really, some of it, what I did give you was validation, but I think you want more. And I want to really focus on helping you, because this is what I love to do, and I take this, my gift very seriously. So I'm being told that there's a lot more that I need to tell you.
Thank you, Spirit.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
Chris, what's your number again?
It's 210-974-3470.
When should I do that?
Well, you can text me. Not right now, but you can probably text me maybe tomorrow or in the middle of the night while the show's being broadcasted. You can text me right now, and then I'll just text you tomorrow in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, and then once I have your number ready, when you text me, I'll know who you are, so I can work. Because some people, if they don't tell me and they call me later, then I'm gonna be like, "Who's this?" Because I have a lot of people that call me, and sometimes they'll say, "Oh, do you remember when you met me?" And I'm like, "No," because they call me like later, when like 2 or 3 days later, I guess, because they're nervous or something. So it would be best that if you would text me like after you hang up, and then like I can program your number.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and you have a blessed night.
Thanks so much for calling in, Rose.
You too. Thanks, Doug.
Have a good night.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. I'm glad we finally got this online, even though we're doing it differently than we usually do. I'm glad I was able to figure something out.
I know.
Oh, we have another caller. All right, area code 484, Mr. Fisher. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I hear you loud and clear. I accidentally typed a trace route to one of Skype's test servers. I wanted to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's so confusing. I don't understand why Chris and I, you guys could hear us, but we couldn't hear each other. I could hear him, he couldn't hear me. So I got him on a Facebook Messenger call right now on the phone, and you on my second computer.
I actually did that test, and there's an outage on Skype's network.
Yeah, I pay $40 every 3 months for what?
Well, that's what I'm typing in right now, and it says outage. Anyway, I have a question, if I may.
Oh, awesome. Go for it.
I have dreamed about current events lately, and especially about Russia. And I had a validation earlier. They were persecuting certain people. Can Chris tell me what it will be like energy-wise next few months here? In general,
honestly, I'm being told, Christopher, if you can hear me, you're predicting a lot of stuff that's going to be occurring. There's going to be a transformation with the world and the nation. So it's just reminding you to just be safe, and just be careful with decisions you make, because there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm feeling like you're just getting really a lot of things that you're seeing, you're seeing things that are going to happen, and I'm being told that the higher source is showing you this, even though you're probably questioning what can you do to change these predictions, but all you can do is just pray and put some light into the earth and try to prevent some of the things that you're seeing. And all you can do is just either maybe light a white candle and just pray to God that God and all of us can heal this world and try to make it better, so those occurring dreams won't happen anymore. Because if you keep predicting a lot of things, some things usually come out true. But if you, I guess, try to put healing energy, I think it will change a lot of things, and it'll make things better. And that's what I try to do. I try to do a lot of energy work, because with all this world killings and and all these kids disappearing, like me and Tess were talking about earlier, you just gotta just try to be the stronger person, and just try to make yourself, use yourself as like a ball of energy, and send it to the world, and just try to make things to not be so much dramatic, so many things won't happen. And that's all you can do, is just pray over. And if you even have to light incense of love, you can even do that too. You can put some incense and light it, and just let it, if you have to light some incense outside, what you're actually doing is you're actually giving love to the earth and everybody around it, because whatever you're doing, it's not just helping you, it's helping everybody in the earth and all around the world. Because
so this is why my ancestors are showing me a safe place to be if I need to be.
I think if they're going to show you, they're probably going to show you maybe like an underground tunnel. That's probably why you're seeing all this, because there is underground tunnels in some cities and states, but some people don't even know that they exist, but they do exist. You just have to look, and they're going to show you where you need to be. If
they're showing me over in Europe someplace where this is at.
Well, then you need to look it up on Google and see if you can validate the images that you see in your face and in your mind. Try to see if they get the same images that you see on the internet, and more likely you're going to find whatever dreams you're seeing. And if you put Russia and you see tunnels in Russia, because there's tunnels all around the world. So if there's tunnels under Russia, there can be tunnels way over there, and they can run all the way, halfway to the United States. And people probably don't know that, but I do believe that there's tunnels connected. They're all connected. It's just that it only lets you go so far. So I'm being told that there is going to be tunnels that I think you're going to be having to protect yourself because of all this disaster and stuff. Because the world, a lot of people don't believe it, but but they say God is here. So that's why a lot of all this stuff is happening. So that's why there's going to be a lot of earthquakes, major hurricanes. It's just going to be a lot more unpredicted weather and locations that you would never expect.
I also see political upheaval and persecution of protected groups.
Yep.
And I won't describe a dream here about Russia because it's too grotesque to be told on radio. I'll tell you in a minute. It'll be rated R.
I know. But I know we can probably talk about it another day, because I know there's certain things you don't discuss on the radio, especially if it's too graphic or too, rated R. So yeah. But if you want to, we can talk about it on maybe after party, or you can contact Tessa or me at the privately and just see what we can do.
Yeah, I'll talk to you at the after party. See, because we can do no holds barred there. FCC.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for calling in, Chris. It was great to hear from you.
Have a blessed night to both of you.
Blessed night to you as well, Chris. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, he was telling me about that earlier, like you were saying, contact either you or I, and he was telling me about his dream a little bit and how it really freaked him out. But yeah, we do a lot of stuff in the after party that, like you said, we can't do on air because a lot of things are graphic or not suitable for the airwaves.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
So again, if you guys... Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, if you guys would like to call in for your free reading, the number is 970-335-9596. And I'm trying not to say it too fast because I know I've heard people before. What was that? I didn't get it. You said it too fast. But that's 970-335-9596. And I'll also put it in the chat room here.
Yeah. I think tonight was just very awkward. I don't know if everybody agrees, but I do feel that when she called in, I think that there was some kind of energy, so much frustration, so much just sadness, it could affect the airwaves. And a lot of people don't believe that sometimes if people are very strong with their energy, they can kind of like, they don't mean to, but sometimes they malfunction, or it could just be the uncle, her brother's spirit. So it can be many different things.
Yeah, and I feel like her brother is really close to her right now, and that's a lot of the emotion she's feeling as well. When our deceased loved ones are near us, you get a lot of feelings that you wouldn't generally get, and so yeah, it's very sad. I feel so sad for her and what she's going through, and it is very sad when families fall apart like that and try to tear each other down, and they get really stingy and selfish and don't really consider people's feelings during this time of loss. That was her brother, and she doesn't really care about his belongings, and people that are there for the wrong reasons are the ones that are worried about his belongings and kind of projecting that onto her, and I really do hope that she is safe tomorrow on her travels, and that she gets to feeling better. It's going to take a little while.
Yep. And it's sad, though, because I could feel her pain. And he really never cries, but I guess, it's hard because she just lost a loved one, and she just had all that stuff built up inside, and like I said, she was about to explode. And then all of a sudden, when she disconnected, that's when I couldn't hear you no more. And I'm thinking, okay. And then you know what I kind of got too? This is what's so weird, and this is normal when you go to a funeral. You turn off your radios, you turn off your phones, you turn off everything. And the first thing is, what did they say when you go into a funeral home? Silent. So I'm thinking that maybe her coming on somehow figured out to where me and Tess couldn't hear each other, and even though that this is Tess's show, so in order to pay respect for him, I'm guessing that we had to have a moment in silence. And that's the only thing I could come up with, and that's the first thing that popped in my head. I was thinking, okay, and that is what people do when they go to go to a funeral home. You're not supposed to talk. You're not supposed to. You're just supposed to pay respect to the dead. And when you pay respect, there's no words, there's no talking. It's just pure silence.
Yeah, and that's a good thought. Like, I never thought of that, but you're right on top of it, and perhaps that is what it was. And sometimes we get that surge of energy that causes different things to happen, and so that's very interesting and intriguing. I have a question from Kat, and she was wondering, she received a kiss on her forehead the other day, and she would love to find out about the kiss that she felt, and if you have any insight on that. It gave her a real sense of love and a light, and she couldn't place it. She said it was as if somebody had departed and came to visit her and gave her a kiss, but at the same time she's not really certain as to what it was.
The only thing that I can get when you said that, I got like a grandmother, like a lady, like a woman figure, and that's what I got. But maybe in a way she probably felt the love, because it almost felt like an angel. And of course, when you lose someone like that, that's more like an angelic and information that you get, that when they come and visit you, that's the way they want to kiss you on your forehead, because they don't want to scare you. So I guess that was her saying goodbye, or saying that I'm still near. So that's the best way, that she's just letting you know she's around you. So that's what I got. I got like a female figure. So I'm thinking that it could have been like a grandmother, a mom, or somebody that she was real close to and wanted to pay a visit.
Yeah, and that's so amazing that she got to feel that, and it gave her a little peace for a minute, and what an epic thing to happen. And she's like, what do you mean epic? And like, to me, it is epic to me because not everybody gets to experience that, and she was able to, and that was pretty freaking amazing, I must say, that she was able to experience that and feel that love and that acceptance. And the world is really hard out there for a lot of us, and I'm just so grateful that that she did.
Yep. Very interesting. But you know what, Tens? I know that before that call, and and she was talking about that she couldn't take it no more. It was kind of interesting that we were talking about all that stuff, about having you on the show. And I think if I can, I would love to have you. When things are settled, I wouldn't mind having you on there.
Why do you think that we have a certain relationship and a certain link to where we do feel like we've known each other before, even before we ever met? And like I was saying before, I feel like you're my big brother. I'm your little sister or your little big sister. Who knows? So we do have a really cool connection, and I really love it. And I'm so honored to have you as my friend, and whatever we were in the past, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was, and I do believe that there's no such thing as coincidences. It's just the way God works. It's the way Spirit works. Yep. Yep, it's a beautiful thing.
For sure. She said thank you, Kat did, as far as her experience and what you were picking up, so that's awesome. She was gone for a second. She said she had to clean her desk. I actually had my table collapsed on me last night that my main computer is on, and so I had to put that back together and kind of tape it up. Somebody's like, yeah, duct tape fixes everything, but I actually used electrical tape because I didn't have any duct tape on hand. But yeah, it's weird because even on past shows where energies are amped up, things have frozen up. And I had a psychic on here. She wasn't doing readings or anything, but we were talking about so many different things. And at the very end of the show, it froze up, and I could hear her, but she couldn't hear me, just like you and I had that issue. And it was so weird. And I apologized to her in email and other messaging, and I haven't heard back from her, so I'm not sure if she's mad at me and thought that I just hung up on her, which I didn't. But it's just weird how stuff like that happens with electronics and such. Even when you go out on an investigation, you have your things fully charged up or brand new batteries or whatnot, and then all of a sudden your stuff is dead or not working or freezing up. Have you ever had that experience?
I can tell you, I've gone to like the animal, of course, because we have the animal here, and I had like my phones were charged up. I had my digital camera full battery, and they died. I'm serious. They were full new batteries, they're brand new batteries, and I had to have like I had an extra pair, and then when I put the new pair, I put like 2 new pairs, which was 4 batteries, and every time I tried turning it off, turning it on, it just kept like a black screen. It would just turn on, and I would and there was maybe like 2 pictures I took, and then after that, it wouldn't turn back on. And the batteries were brand new. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. Very weird.
Yeah, and at the most unopportune times, I'm just like, seriously? You know, like I was saying earlier, we're not only on the internet, we're also on a couple terrestrial stations, and for this to happen, like, dead air time to them is like the worst thing in the world. And it actually costs them money, so I feel really guilty when stuff like that happens. My sister is in the hospital right now, and she was saying the only thing that worries her is when she's all healed, will the blood clots come back? It scares her because she was told by the DON if I had not coughed up blood and came straight to the hospital, then I probably would not have survived it. What if it comes back and I don't know because I don't cough up blood or have any warning signs? Is this something she can you give her any kind of reading on that?
Like, because she's concerned about, like, that, okay, I know she's at the hospital, but what is she concerned about? Like, if she's not breathing or anything?
Well, she was at home healing from a surgery she had, and then she started coughing as if she had phlegm or something in her lungs, and all of a sudden she coughed up blood. So she went to the hospital, which I'm glad, because earlier she had told me, because she had to sit sleeping. She had to sleep sitting up. And she woke up and her hands were swollen, and I was thinking, some sort of heart failure going on. So I was feeling like she needed to go to the hospital, but I had to do the show, and I was going to call her later and say, Sissy, please go to the hospital. But she went to the hospital anyways because she coughed up the blood, and she was told by her nurse, had she not done that and just stayed home, she would have passed from it. And she's worried about these clots coming back and worried that she won't have that same sign as far as coughing up the blood. And she's wondering if you're getting anything on, is she going to be okay after this? Is she going to fully come back? Like, what's going to happen with her in the future? She's really worried about it.
I can tell you that I'm being told that she is very concerned, and I do feel that there is some kind of health issues with that. All she can do is just do what the doctor says, or she can get a second opinion, because I'm being told that the next time with the warnings, with the blood, whatever, she's not going to get those symptoms. I guess this time it was for her to, I'm being told that she needs to rest and take care of better herself and eat right, because next time she might not be so lucky. That's what I'm being told, that she needs to take care of herself better. And I do feel that when God's going to take her, He's going to take her. And that's something that, of course, I know, Tessa, you don't want to hear, because I know she's family to you, but I think when that time comes, God's going to take her so she won't suffer anymore. Because I think what she's going through, I do want to say that it's like kind of like health issues. So I'm being told that, she's having a reaction, something in her body. It's not functioning right. So she might too, but she might need to go get checked and just see if something's going on, because I'm also getting that there is some blood clogs that it's kind of blocking her blood flow. So if she gets numbness, it's kind of like trying to pump it, and it's going through a lot of pressure. So I guess it's coming out some way, and it's, instead of coming out, it shouldn't be coming out of her mouth, but if it is, that's just not normal. So the best thing I can say is just to take care of herself and just pray that she will get healed, because that seems very serious to me. And, you know, and I'm not a doctor, but I'm just being told to take care of herself and to enjoy every moment with her family.
Yeah, it's so true. And I was talking on the after party last night and thinking, I think I should buy a ticket and go out to see my sister, because I'm so far away from her and I just want to be there for her right now. And I'm so far away, and I'm thinking I should just take that time off from work and time off from the show and go out and be with her, because you never know what's going to happen. Like, I had so many regrets not going to my dad when he was in Denver and dying. We always thought it was going to be his liver, but it turned out to be his kidneys, because he decided to quit taking his medication. So when he went for his liver transplant appointment, that he wanted them to see how exactly bad off he was. By the time he got there, his kidneys were failing because he decided to quit taking his meds. Like, and I was talking to somebody else about that last night. Like, when you quit taking certain medications you're on, your body becomes dependent on it, whether it's alcohol or prescription drugs or whatever else. You have to kind of slowly wean yourself off of it. You can't just stop taking it, because your body, your organs kind of go into shock and they don't know where to go from there. And so it's quite difficult. And I should have gone to be there with my dad, but he didn't want me to see what he was going through. But I still regret it to this day that I didn't go. And I just have this overwhelming feeling that I need to go be with my sister, even though I'm there with her on the phone every day and checking up on her through messages, because it's hard for her to talk because she can't quite take a full breath because she's got all of these clots in her lungs. I just kind of feel like I need to go and be there with her, you know?
Man, you know what the thing too does is that, you know, I don't like to give people bad news, but I can tell, like, if God's going to take her, I can tell you that, but I prefer not to, you know, because that, I know that is my job to do that, but at this place in time, that's not my, I don't feel like I should do that to you, because you're a good friend, and I know that I would pray over you, you know, to, you know, that I'm being told that I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is going to probably give you an idea, and I'm not going to say it in so many words, but I'm just going to tell you like this. You need to see her. You need to see her. So whatever you're feeling...
Yeah, I need to listen to that, instead of just being like, no, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, you need to go and see her, because with all the issues that she's going through, I mean... I personally feel like she's in the middle.
Yeah.
She's like very close. She's very, very close. So my suggestion, when you have time, you know, when you're not on the radio or you're not working, I don't know how far you are from her or how many miles or how many days. If you decide to fly, you can be there in one day. But I would say just try to spend like at least, maybe if you can have a week with her, you know, if you're okay without the kids, or the kids you can take your kids with you. But I would say maybe to try to spend a week with her, and if you can't do that because you got work to do and you got bills to pay, then just be with her for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I do feel that if you don't go, this is what I'm being told to tell you, and this is something that I don't like to do, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is my calling. If you don't go and you don't react, it's going to be the worst feeling you're ever going to have, because you lost your dad and you didn't go. But I know that, you know, that y'all felt that he was going to be fine, and a part of you probably felt that he wasn't going to make it, and a part of you, when you feel that someone's not going to make it, but you're like, nah, it's just me, but I guess it's just that ego and that kind of feeling that you think he's going to be around a long time. Sometimes that kind of like turns around on you, and it gives you a rude awakening that when you get that feeling, don't ignore it, because it could be a sign that God's going to take her very, very soon.
Yeah, and I totally need to listen to that. And I don't want to cut you off, but even though we had tech issues and I'm only 54 minutes in, I do have to go to commercial break right now. Trip is gnawing at my heel bones. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Heading to Vancouver and looking for a night on the town? The Moose Vancouver is the bar that never stops rocking until 2 a.m. every night. The Moose has great food with everything on the menu from $6.95 to $8.95. Fantastic, vibrant staff and rock and roll that will bring you back to when the music was real, the hair was long, and the guitars were rocking. Get your party on at the Moose Vancouver, the official party bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Get your horns up with me on Spaced Out Radio. This is Ron Bumblefoot THAL. Come tune in to SOR where you can hear me rock out with Little Brother Is Watching, the official theme song of Spaced Out Radio. And then come on over to bumblefoot.com where you can find out about my tour schedule, my music, and everything else. Bumblefoot.com keeps you up to date on what I'm doing and the best way to stay in touch with my music and music camps. Sign up for my newsletter at bumblefoot.com and remember, Little Brother Is Watching.
Looking for the stories of the strange and weird that you will find hard to find anywhere else? Check out the SOR Newswire on our website. Our writers, led by Captain Shirk, are scouring the world for the oddest and most bizarre stories we can find. Everything from weird crime to suspenseful and paranormal. We're working hard for you to bring you the most intriguing news of your day. Check out the SOR Newswire at spacedoutradio.com today.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Hi there, this is Geraldine Orozco from San Francisco's Bay Area Meditation. I invite you to join me the first Tuesday of every month with Dave Scott for Spaced Out Radio's The Spiritual You. In this fast-paced world we live in, it's time for you to take some time for you. We'll cover every possible subject from powerful meditation to healing techniques to your own intuition and spirituality. So come join us for The Spiritual You.
The freedom to post what you want, when you want. That's the social media freedom you need. Social Media Freedom is the free app in your app store. No need to worry about going to jail or being shadow banned any longer. It's the freedom to say what you feel. The freedom to know Big Brother isn't watching. It's the way social media is supposed to be. Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free. Download from your app store today.
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month. And our job is to break it down and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
We are getting ready to relaunch the SOR Space Travelers Club at spacedoutradio.com. For $5 a month, you can join us for a plethora of features found nowhere else. Hang out in a private chat room during the show and after party. You can check out some exclusive content and a store specifically for you, as well as a private listener forum where you can post your thoughts, stories, and pictures. The SOR Space Travelers Club, coming soon to spacedoutradio.com.
Do you want to know what's really going on? Do you have questions about trusted mainstream media? Then look no further than Rebel Planet. Come get the straight answers right here at spacedoutradio.com. Join me, Jamie Sexton, creator of Rebel Planet News, as I fill you in on the stories behind the stories. All you truth seekers, be sure to tune in to Rebel Planet on spacedoutradio.com the third Thursday of every month.
Find your escape where time has no limits. It's about living today and cherishing the heritage of yesterday. a spirit of adventure for what is new, with the nostalgia of the past. Your timepiece is a reflection of who you are. Life surrounded by beauty from the world around us to the soul within. EscapeWatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Hi there, this is Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and I want you to come on a nightly journey. Starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, every Monday through Friday, you can come hang out with me and the other space travelers. We have it all from Carl the Alien bouncing on by to those misfit gnomes causing havoc. It's 3 hours of fun and entertainment on those topics the mainstream really doesn't want to touch. Come get all paranormal with us at spacedoutradio.com, and together, my friends, along with our resident guitar god Bumblefoot, we own the night.
Sit back, relax, grab a drink, and listen closely. Spaced Out Radio continues through the weekend. From the mile-high mountains of Colorado to you, listening around the world, this is Spaced Out Weekend with Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Wow! Welcome back from the break, you guys. So great to have you. And we have Psychic Chris Garcia on, and we have a caller from area code 425. Is this Sir Robin?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the show. So great to have you. Okay, so I went and took a break really quick, and then I came back and Chris was talking to Sir Robin. I was like, you guys got to save this for the show. You're not supposed to be doing readings on the break. So what was your question, Robin?
So yeah, I was thinking about getting into hip hop slash street dancing.
Well, actually, I don't know why, but this is what I was going to tell you. I left something out because I know Tessa said don't do any readings on the break. But in my mind, because I don't know where you're located, but I don't want you to tell me. But I'm being told, and I'm actually seeing California for you. I'm seeing something about California, like something like I'm getting like San Diego, San Francisco. I'm getting like the big city of I'm getting like different big parts of California, and I'm picking up, for some reason, I'm picking up like San Diego, I'm picking San Francisco, and I'm picking up like the big name, so I'm feeling that there is something there for you. So with you dancing, I do feel that you're gonna come across like a person that's gonna be like an undercover scout, and I do feel that you're gonna be competing with other people, and I do see you singing behind like a video, so I'm being sure that you might come out on TV, but people are not gonna know who you are until. So I see you as a backup dancer for someone. And I see California with that.
Okay.
So I do feel that if you do it, the sooner you do it, the faster you're going to come out with, whatever gifts and talents you have. And then I think when you start doing that, I see you as independent, and you're going to start doing your own dancing group. Because I feel like that's what you want. But I do feel that you have the potential, and I know that you can do it. Just gotta believe in yourself.
Alright. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much for calling in, Sir Robin. It was great to hear from you.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
You too.
So I got a question here from Gayleen in Messenger, and she was asking, was it a ghost? I was at the emergency room for a simple bladder infection just over a month ago. Nothing serious, but while I was waiting, an invisible hand patted and stroked my hair reassuringly. Is this usually people you have known in life, or could it be a ghost from the hospital? I just thanked them. I was okay. I could see how somebody at the hospital could feel concern for me because months earlier I was in the most pain I had ever had from the doctors by not numbing my infected lip properly when they drained it. Whoever it was, that was very sweet. Do you feel like that was a ghost from the hospital, or was that somebody from her life that she knew?
I'm being told that it was a ghost from the hospital. That's what I heard.
Yeah, probably somebody that had gone there and kind of understood what she was going through.
Yeah, and I do feel that whenever she was there, he was already there. He was already there because I don't feel like this spirit wants to leave. He just sees people, like when they do the CPR, I see him seeing him do that, and he sees like the spirits going up. And sometimes he talks to a few because some of them are like new to it. So he's been, I'm feeling like he's very experienced with the other side. But even though he knows that he's dead, he doesn't want to leave. He feels like he has something to do and something to teach for the people that are crossing over that are scared.
And that's interesting when stuff like that happens. I've had many experiences in the hospital, especially taking my kids in there. We actually went there to get some records for my brother-in-law who had gotten run over by some equipment on the job site. And I had my daughter Nova, and at the time she was only about 2 or 3 years old, and I'm carrying her down these empty abandoned hallways, and there's just different random things, like a random stretcher or random wheelchairs placed all over the place, and she kept pulling her feet up, and like she was trying to pull her feet up from something. And we asked her after we had left, hey, what was going on? Are you okay? And she said that the ghosts were trying to grab her feet. And also when we were in the hospital visiting my dad, she kept like moving her head to the right away from the wall. And I'd asked her, what's going on? And she's like, the lady keeps reaching through through the wall trying to touch my hair. Wow. And so that was really freaking her out. Gayleen came back and said, wow. And she's wondering, does a name come to mind? Because she goes there a lot.
For some reason... Hold on, let's see if I can get a name. For some reason, I'm kind of getting like the letter S, maybe like Steve, Steven. I don't know any other names, but I'm getting like an S, so it could be somebody that she that could probably have been in the hospital, but someone that she probably knew. But I do feel like it's a ghost, but it's someone that was in the hospital that she probably knew.
And hopefully she'll come through and let us know if she did know somebody by the name of Steve that may have passed that could have been there trying to comfort her. That'd be so awesome. Instead of just like, you know, a random stranger trying to comfort her.
Yep.
She said, thank you. Okay, I will let him know we know. So I'm wondering, I'm going to ask her, did you know a Steve that passed?
Because I'm getting like the letter S, so.
The letter S is coming up. And you guys can probably hear me typing because I can't mute my mic because it's pointing at the phone where Chris is talking. So yeah, hopefully we'll see what she says on that. But yeah, hospitals can be scary places, right?
Oh yeah, because the energy still remains. Yeah.
I know I actually had a severe kidney and bladder infection. As she said, I hear you on the show. So, did you know a Steve that passed, Gayleen, or somebody that started with the letter S that may have passed and may have been there for you, trying to comfort you? But yeah, I didn't want to go to the hospital because I've always hated hospitals. I don't know if it was because of being in the military and all the experiences I had having to go there all the time, my arches falling, having arthritis, the fracture in my foot that happened from my jungle boots. I just really had this thing against doctors, and I don't think it's, I don't know, it could be regular doctors, but I think military doctors is what really was messing me up. But I got to the point where I couldn't even get off the couch anymore, and I finally went in, and she said that not that I can connect with an S, but I will ask the staff. So maybe the staff will know something. And Steve is the name he was picking up on, but a name that started with an S is what he's saying, Gayleen. But yeah, I eventually went and then found out, while I was pregnant. And she said that was in Virginia. Gayleen said that, sorry.
Wow.
But yeah, I had to be in the hospital for over a week due to this. And I could have lost my first child, but I didn't. I was so very lucky. But it's hard for some of us to go back to the hospital because of, previous experiences and stuff like that going on. Yeah, she said S might mean staff too. But I'm thinking the name probably starts with an S, Gayleen. It's hard to say. Maybe it was a staff member. But perhaps it was a guy named Steve that had passed there trying to comfort you. Because perhaps he had the same issue, went in too late, and might have passed. And it was at a Veterans Administration hospital, she said.
Wow.
So not Virginia, as I was thinking with the VA, but Veterans Administration Hospital. That's interesting. But yeah, it's hard for some of us to go there because we've lost people or, we've had bad experiences in the past. And, with the kids seeing all these things, like how many people have passed in the hospital and how many people are kind of stuck there, And it's kind of hard to think, why are they stuck there? Perhaps because it happens so quickly they don't realize they're dead and they're just kind of hanging out. Or maybe they have unfinished business and they don't know quite how to get out of the hospital.
Yeah, that could be right. That could be something going on. Very true.
Oh, going back over here. Yeah, she said everybody has a story and she thought it was cool. And that is cool. Just like Kat's experience with being kissed on the forehead and feeling that, surge of love and light. Like, what an epic experience to have, to be able to say, this happened to me. It's pretty interesting.
Man, it's very amazing when when you start really...
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, because you said when you start really, and then I didn't hear anything else. Yeah, it's really interesting when you have, something from the other side coming through to you and trying to share their experience or give you love or comfort. It's pretty interesting, amazing, and intriguing. But that's why I like doing what I do with paranormal investigation, because I do know that there's something more on the other side than just darkness and being in a hole, being eaten up by bugs or whatnot.
Yeah, see, I think that's why a lot of people are scared, because they don't know what's still there. And there is something there. I know there is.
I do as well, and I find comfort in that, just knowing this and, helping my fellow brothers and sisters, who don't understand it. Like, something's happening in my house and they're thinking it's dark and evil when actually, just like with my daughter, who has this really skinny drug addict ghost in her house. I think he's stuck there and he needs her help. And he's showing himself to her because he knows that she can see him and maybe there's some way that she can help him. And she was saying, I was just grateful that, all the times that I blinked and I kept looking at him, that he didn't look back at me, because then I would have really freaked out. But I think had she asked, do you need help or can I help you, he would have acknowledged her instead of sitting there with his knees up to his chest, shaking his head back and forth really quickly and scratching each side of his head. He would have been able to tell her what he needed. And I think he is stuck there because he probably overdosed in that house and is stuck and doesn't know where to go or how to get out.
Yeah. That does make a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Have you had any experiences like that, Chris, where spirits come to you and they're looking for help and you've been able to help them onto the other side?
Yes, I have. I have like different stories like that, when I was younger. Some things I just, I guess a lot of people had asked me like if I was scared of things, and I'm like, no, I guess I just got used to it, it just, I enhanced it, and, I learned everything on my own, and I'm glad I did, because my grandmother tried to, raise me to have a normal life, even though some of it did kind of work in a way, but then it kind of didn't, so it was kind of like, kind of in between. Very interesting, though.
Yeah, it is. Can you kind of tell us, a story or two about this while we're waiting for people to call in for their free reading or message us for a free reading?
The only thing I can think of is that I remember having to find someone and just tell them to cross into the light. That they were scared because they didn't know what was on the other side. They thought that, they just felt like they were a good person, I guess. And I just said, God's going to forgive you, God is of love, regardless if you did do something, so yeah, it's just different.
And we actually have a call from area code 360. Who are we talking to?
I don't even hear nothing.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Yvonne calling.
Hey Yvonne, how are you? Long time no hear.
I know. I've been dealing with a lot of energy technical difficulties.
Yeah, us too.
And I'm dealing with over 3 feet of snow in Rockport, Washington.
Holy shnikes.
Just through a blizzard.
Yeah, isn't this like the most snow we've seen in years?
Oh, yes, because and we had nothing like this at all. This is totally new.
Oh, yeah, people are saying that it's been since, like the 80s or whatnot when we've had this much snow in the past, and so it's really interesting, but it's so awesome because they were...
I was here in the 80s. It wasn't this bad. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's insane. We just got an influx of moisture, but I know a lot of regions really need it. Like my area in southwest Colorado, we've been in drought for a while, and, I try not to complain about the snow, even though I've got stuck in it a couple times at work.
Yeah. But, the thing is, I call this because when I go on the internet to get on, to listen to the show, all I get is the beginning of your program until the interruption happens. People aren't being able to get back on the site to listen.
Huh. Yeah, we had to start a new one. I had to restart my computer, so hopefully Chris could hear me, but then he still couldn't hear me, so I have him on Facebook Messenger on a phone, and I have you through another computer, because Skype did an update, which I call a downgrade, where I can't take group calls anymore unless I call you. But it's so great to hear from you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But, it's really weird. So is he still doing readings then?
Yes.
I'm on right now.
Oh, and would I be able to hear his response?
Yes, ma'am. Did you have a question for Chris?
Well, yeah, Chris. I just learned that I'm a psychopath. It's more than just transitioning people in death. I also, for some reason, when I come involved in anything or and it's not I do it purposely, but it's like if there is something that needs to come into the light, well, it's going to happen if I enter the scene.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you kind of explain that?
I just think you're just advancing, and I just feel like you're just going to be doing a lot more work. And you've always been like an old soul, and I just feel that you're just going to connect more with people. And every person that you're going to connect with, it's going to be no coincidence. I do feel that you're going to do some healing with that. You're going to be doing some Rika, if I said it right, and you're going to be doing a lot of, I'm being told that you're going to be even doing singing, sound therapy with them. So you're going to be doing a lot of different things that you probably never did before.
Oh, well, I don't do Reiki, honey. I do the Hawaiian, but I feel like I've been kind of,
You're breaking up, Yvonne. Can you slow down a little bit and repeat that?
Oh, well, I've been feeling like I should be doing more, but the opportunities haven't been, so to speak. But, so am I supposed, in terms of just continue what I'm doing?
No, I don't feel like you should. I think that you should just try to open the field, is what I say. I do feel that you're going to find other opportunities. You just got to just be patient and wait. Because I do feel like they're awaiting you. It's just that you have to, you just haven't acknowledged that the opportunities are like right in front of you, but just try to open yourself up with other ideas and other things that you can do. Maybe like do some, because this is what I'm seeing with you. And I think I've already talked to you before, but I don't know if I did this when we first talked, but I'm being told that you can try maybe making bracelets out of stones and do healing like that.
Yeah, well, I've been doing that already. I do work with crystals, and I make Shambhala bracelets. But the other thing that has come to me is making deflection mirrors, protection mirrors for people.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you know what you can do? Making scrying mirrors. That you can do. You can do anything that has to do, yes, anything that should do with scrying.
Oh,
like
okay.
If you can,
well, thank
so
you
it doesn't
so
have
much.
to be a scrying mirror.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the information. And God bless you, hon.
God bless you, too.
Thanks for calling in, Yvonne.
So you guys both take care.
It was so great to hear your voice again. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Thank you. I know. It's been so much technical,
I haven't heard her voice in a long time, too.
Yeah, we've had a lot of technical issues, especially since we had that full moon. It was the full-blood wolf moon. And
I think it's the of the moon and affecting the electromagnetic energy, because I'm really sensitive to that, and that full moon kicked my ass. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
But, oh, okay. I mean, that really, put my nose to the grind for a while, but I was able to work through very well, a lot of anger issues, but then also to mourn the loss of a friendship, which is still kind of hurting, but then I understand, because, kind of thing, she needs to be on her way to make some really key decisions.
Yeah, sometimes we have loss when it's better for the other person, but it's hard for us. Yeah. But it's good for you to be able to see that and sense that.
Well, I have to, because once I discovered that I'm a psychopath, and I had spent some significant time, that my presence kind of brought it to a head. You know what I mean? And it was not necessarily my intention, but it's just what I am. You know what I mean? And that came to me with the full moon of understanding. I could never, I just considered, well, I can't help it, but I seem to be a boat rocker.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like something that needs to come into the light will come into the light, and you know what I mean? It kind of puts people back in the grind, so to speak, of the work they need to do, but it also can lead to crisis in their life.
Yeah, it can, because some people aren't quite ready for it. Like, people like us, we're spiritually open and we're aware of these things, but for other people it can be too much.
Yeah, but at least with the full moon, it really helped me understand what a psychopomp is. You know what I mean? That there's two aspects of it that I do hold. You know, it's a transitioning of people in death, but I also seem to kind of like kick ass.
For sure, sister. Did you notice, with that full moon, all these different paranormal things, like, boosting up? Like, so many things were happening that weren't happening before, and it was kind of like re-energizing everything. And like Chris was saying earlier, perhaps the veil is getting even thinner, and all these things were just coming through. Like, I finally had a lull in activity in my house, and then this full moon happened, and then things got cranked up again.
Yeah, things are cranking up for me, and plus because 2019 is a 3. The year is a 3. And that is my numerology life path number. So I can see that 219 is going to be rocking for me, which I look forward to because I love challenges.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, thank you. But, you know, the main thing I have the concern, though, with Chris is, Chris, you need to pace yourself. I hope you're doing that.
That I need to what?
Pace yourself.
You need to pace yourself.
Like, what do you mean, pace myself in what way?
Kind of, I'm not saying necessarily slowing down, but just not getting too much on your plate. You're going to have to prioritize what you're addressing.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying, yeah. I understand.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, because I plug into people's energy sometimes, and I know I'm plugged into you. You know, but I just find it coming up with the things that you're addressing, especially like the possibilities of a show, your investigations, people who are much more guidance and stuff, you really prioritizing, baby.
Prioritize. Take a deep breath.
I guess it's just because I'm excited.
Yeah.
But thank you for calling.
Because I just really care for both of you.
Aw, I care for you too, Sister Yvonne. It was so great to hear from you, and so good to hear your voice again. Like I said, it's been so long, and I'm so happy and excited that you called.
Thank you very much. Mahalo ke akua.
Mahalo. And God bless you. You have a wonderful night.
I will, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know what's so funny? I was just going to say this. I ordered some things today. And I ordered it because I usually got on eBay. And then I go on the Esto shop, the ESTY, where they're just different vendors. And you type in what you're looking for. And for some reason, I've seen these at, like, witch stores or people that sell candles and oils. I didn't know. Well, I mean, this goes back into, like, the pagan days, the Wiccan days. And I would see like strings. They would tie them, and then they had like these kind of bells to the door. And at first I was thinking, why do they have bells on the other side of the door? So I said to myself, I'm going to research this thing, and I shopped online, and they're called witch bells. And what it does is it's a vibration of, and you put it on your other side of the door. Like if you have a business, it keeps connectivity or anything that anything away. And I had just ordered them, I think like maybe a week ago, and I had got them and I put them in my room. And they're nice. They're almost like, seem like those type of bells when you go fishing.
Yeah.
Have like that little bell. So I bought them and I put them on my door. And for some reason I kept thinking, I'm like, why am I buying this for my door? So there's a reason why, you know, I bought it, and I just wanted to bring that up for people that are in business. From the vibration, from what I got when I ordered, I'm being told that if you do buy these handmade bells that come with like a string, or depending on who you buy it from, these come back from the Wiccan days, pagan days. It goes back even to folktale days too. That a lot of people used to use these like in the 1800s. So people would use this, you know, to protect your business or protect your home from anything negative coming your way. Because every time that a person opens the door, that the sound vibration from the little bells, it like kind of like bounces the energy off.
Yeah, it clears.
And pushes in.
Yeah, it clears the energy out. I had an astral team come into my house because my dogs were being attacked and other things were happening. And one of the things that they told me is put bells on your doors. So I put bells on all of my doors. And some of them have broken off. Like, the string is broken and the bells are gone, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. So I have to re-bell some doors. But I have bells, like I'm looking up right now, at the door to my office. I have bells on my door here, so every time you open and close it, and I put these together myself from bells that I got from Walmart, and I have about 6 on a string, because they're little tiny things, but I think I need to get bigger ones. But whatever is here doesn't like the fact that I had done that. And so it's breaking different strands to certain doors where they've gone in and torn the room apart and done certain things. And Sir Robin is asking, did I just hang up on him? And I didn't. I thought he just hung up because he got tired of hearing us talk. But I'm going to call him back really quick because I think he had another question about this girl from a Comic-Con. So I'm calling him back right now. But the bells really do work. They help to cleanse the air and change the vibration, like you were saying, the energy in the room. Hey, we didn't hang up on you. I thought you hung up on us. Did you have another question, Sir Robin?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so my other question is that I met this, I went to a cosplay comic convention in 2013 in Portland. So, and her real name is Mia, but Anamia, and she's from Seattle, but she lives in Maryland. And so we're friends now for 6 years, and her job is going to comic conventions. So that's how we see each other. We bump into each other every. But now she has now she's engaged. So do you see the potential that we could still be really good friends? Because for me, when someone gets engaged, to me that it's harder for me to be friends to them.
So you're asking that if she's going to get engaged? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
Honestly, from what I'm being told, is that she probably is still with that guy, but I'm sensing that there's a lot of problems there. So if they are still engaged, she's still gonna, be with him, because I'm being told that he's very jealous of who she talks to. He's trying to tame her and control her to where, you talk to who I want you to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Along with that, I do feel that she is going to talk to you, but it's going to be a little different. But I do feel like the proposal is still there, but it's not like the energy that I'm getting from you through your vocals, through your voice. I don't sense it as strong as it was before. It's kind of just slowly dying out. So there might be a chance that they might still be somewhat together, but the engagement or the proposal is going to be turned down because I feel like they want total opposite things, and they thought alike, and they really didn't think alike. So being that he proposed to her, they thought, you know, that she wanted to move somewhere, so they wanted to test each other. So what they did is, you know, well, let's see what we want. So she wrote down where she wanted to move and where he wanted to move, and they had total different opinions. So I'm being told that they're not really quite agreeing with everything that they want. So there might be like that he might still want her to marry him, but it's not going to be as like the way it was before. It's like different now. So if that was what you wanted to ask, I do feel that she will contact you, but it's just that you're going to have to give her time because she's going through a lot of hurt with him, and she's just like avoiding a lot of people because he has put so much stuff in her head that she feels like nobody's keeping in touch with her, but it's because, you know, she cut everybody off because she loved him. But now it's not the same anymore, so it's kind of just so it's like kind of like dying down.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and him trying to control her, she's a free spirit, and she's very open and loves this Comic-Con stuff, and for him to try to put a rein on that is just not good on his part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, because I think he was trying to dominate her, and he didn't know that they had different opinions, because he thought that since they got so much in common, that they were going to move in the same area, and she's like, because when they both said, where do you want to move, they said totally something different. So then that's when he realized, like, oh crap, you know, she doesn't want to move in the same state I do. So then that's when she told him, she goes, I'm still going to be proposed to you, but I'm going to have to take this ring off so we can figure out how we're going to, if we should still be together, or why did you want me to wear this ring? Are you just trying to control me to thinking that I'm going to do what you want and stop what I'm doing? You know, that's what I think, you know, that she's still with him, but it's not like the way it was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't worry about your friendship. If you guys have a good friendship, like, I wouldn't worry about him ruining that. It might work for a little bit, but like I said, you can't put reins on this chick. She's a free spirit, and she's going to do what she wants to do, and if this guy keeps trying to choke her down, it's not going to work out for him very well. So don't.
She's gonna end up breaking up with him.
Yeah. So don't let that intimidate you or make you feel like you're going to lose your friend, because she will come back. She might be just dealing with this stuff right now, but she will be back in full effect like she was before, because, like I said, she's a free spirit, and she's very open and very into, you know, being friends with you and communicating with other people and having this lifestyle she has in the Comic-Con. And for him to try to do that is just going to really turn her off and turn her away from him.
Okay. Thanks, that's what I needed to know.
No worries, Sir
You're
Robin.
welcome. You're very welcome.
It was so good to hear from you. I'm so glad you called back again. Have a good night.
You too.
Alright, bye-bye. And if you guys would like to call in for your free reading, we still have a little bit of time. I know it's 47 after the hour. Over here on my other clock, it's 38 minutes after the hour. But we have to go to commercial at certain times. Even though we had technical difficulties, we still got to stick to the schedule, basically. But the number to call is 970-335-9596. It's 970-335-9596. If you'd like to call in and get a free reading from Chris, because he's totally awesome and amazing. I love him. That's why I have him back so often. I've never had anybody back as much as you, Chris, and it's just because I enjoy hanging out with you, my big brother, and hearing what you have to say to people and the awesome advice and readings that you give them. It's pretty amazing. I love hearing
and
it.
I hopefully you would want me back for March, but if not, we can skip it a month, because I don't want people being like, oh my God.
Oh, heck yeah. I got the 24th and the 31st available.
Okay, then we'll just have to just look at the dates to see what that is, because I don't know by offhand like what that is. Okay,
Yeah.
You said the 24th and the what?
31st.
Okay, so everybody that's listening, let me see. I'm also, this. Okay, well, let's see. If you don't have anything on the 24th, Tess, I will go for the 24th.
All right, I'll put you on the schedule.
So
and
everybody
look forward to
heard that. And then we can make up for tonight's show, for the people that were probably trying to call in. So
Yeah, and that's so crazy because I haven't had tech issues for a while, and then all of a sudden we did that reading for Kathy, which, man, my heart still breaks for her and what she's going through right now, and people do get ugly like that. Like, I remember when my dad died, I had a really bad fallout with my brother because my dad is like, okay, he gave him his Malibu Super Sport, and was like, that's his inheritance. My inheritance was taking over the family business of O'Brien Video and Photography and whatever else goes along with it. And my brother came in trying to take all these things, and we actually got into a physical fight over it because he was just coming in trying to grab different things, and he was and still is pretty hardcore on drugs, and I was trying to fight him on it, and we actually got into another fight like we had as teenagers, like a punch-out, drag-out fight. And it hurt my heart because I'm like, I don't want to do this, and I actually ended up giving him the van so he had a place to sleep and stay. Well, what did he do with it? He went and traded it for drugs. And I'm like, this is exactly why Dad didn't want you to have anything, because he knew what you would do with it. And I tried to get it back, but try as I may, I couldn't. But yeah, it was just heartbreaking and hard to see, and it's hard when it comes down to that. And a lot of people don't think about the value of the spirit or the soul or the person that was lost, not lost, but gone from our realm into another realm. They're thinking about the physical things, the monetary things, the different belongings of this person, and that's all they're caring about. And it's like, can't you see the big picture? Can't you really see what's going on here? And that's why her heart hurts so bad, is because she can't wrap her mind around it, because she's not that shallow, but these other people are. And like she said, they weren't only attacking her, they were attacking her sister. And these are family members of this person that is now onto the other realm, and I feel like he's there for her, and that's why she's feeling all this emotional upsweep, you know what I'm saying? Why she's feeling all these emotions that she generally wouldn't feel. Like she said, I haven't cried in 30 years. But she's feeling his spirit around, and she's feeling that heartbreak, and it's not only hurting her, it's hurting him, and it's hurting her sister, and people don't really realize that, and they're just trying to be selfish and do these certain things that they really, really shouldn't be doing.
Yep, and it's kind of weird, though, because I'm glad you called, but it's just that when I gave her that reading, it was just, dead on about what I told her, and I told her, I said, you're not welcomed, and, and I told her, I said, it's just they're treating you different because you moved away from your hometown where you grew up in, and I guess they just don't like the fact that you're in a different state, and they just treated her different. And then that's when she said, exactly. So, that's validation that I hit it on point, that's the reason why they were treating her different. And then on top of that, they were, I felt like they were fighting her because they're already bickering about, oh, I'm going to have this, I want this. And like she said, she don't want nothing from him. She's already seen, she doesn't need to see him in the casket. As long as her presence, that she's there, he knows that she was there. And I know it's going to hurt her to leave, but why go through that pain if you're in a place where you're not wanted, and then you have to wait for 3 more days? I mean, she could stand up and just deal with him, but if she's had enough and she's like, you know what, I'd rather be home with my grandkids, that's what makes her happy. So she's going to do what makes her happy.
Yeah, and it's funny because generally it would be Texans saying things against the Coloradan, but these are Coloradans saying things against the Texan, and I don't know. And you were saying how you were getting goosebumps about her leaving tomorrow, and it makes me worry about her safety. Like, I hope she's safe on the road tomorrow, and that she does have somebody traveling with her, because like she said, she's not even up for the drive, but she just wants to be anywhere but there because of the way that they've made her feel. And it's so sad when people are so ugly and downgrading like that. You should be loving each other and lifting each other up in times of loss, instead of making somebody feel like they're not wanted and like they're just there for monetary or physical goods. And that's not what it was about at all. She was just there to pay respects to her brother that passed away. And it really breaks her heart that people are treating her like this. But they don't understand, because that wasn't really their family. That was her family. And she's feeling the pain and loss. And they're really not. And they're just being ugly and downgrading her and making her feel like this when she's already feeling bad enough as it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just really hard.
Exactly. And I feel for her, because knowing that, she knows about the spiritual realm, and she knows, about this, she already knew what I was talking about. And I'm being told that he's gonna protect her, and he's gonna come through. And it's funny because I told her 3, and I kept feeling like, 3's gonna be all around her when if she decides to stay there or she leaves, it's gonna be to where he's gonna communicate, and he's gonna communicate like a lot with her.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think he's going to be hanging out with her for a while, because I think he's worried about her and her well-being and how she's feeling right now, and trying to fix what these people on our earthly realm have made her feel like, and he wants her to feel better. But I've heard the more a spirit hangs around to try to comfort their loved ones, the more you feel your heartstrings being pulled, the more you feel that loss of the person. And so what he really needs to do is go on to the other side and go where he needs to go, and let her deal with it on this earthly plane, because you do really, really get those feelings.
Yeah, and it's hard. And it's hard because even with me too, with all these people that, like I was saying at the beginning of the show, I do my best, and I give it my all when I do readings. When it comes to just about everything. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't do all, my best with regular readings, but when it comes to, a human being, it takes a lot out of you, and a lot of people tell me, that these cases do get kind of sticky, which means that sometimes you end up finding out that the people that you're helping, there could be a person that's involved, and that's the thing about Serenity. I do feel that there's a lot of people involved, but they're acting like they really care. But I do feel like they're part of her disappearance. And for me being the psychic, it does take a lot out of you. But, God gave me this gift, and I'm going to use it,
Yeah, no Chris, I got a question here from Verna Webb. And she said, I had surgery a year ago, and it is taking a long time to heal. The doc says it could be another year. Also, I was told I have a lump in my right lung and get some tests on it next month. Should I be very worried about these health issues?
Okay, if she's talking about the lump, I do feel that there is something that is kind of like clogged. And then see, I'm getting that energy again. But I do feel that if she's concerned, I'm being told to go get checked, and I'm hearing that she probably needs to get a second opinion. And for some reason, I don't know if she does this or she believes in other remedies, but I'm getting like acupuncture. Maybe she might need to look at acupuncture. Maybe she can find somebody that can do some Reiki master, Areca, if I can say that word. I can never say that word right, but
acupuncture.
She can do maybe some healing, and I do feel that it's going to change, because I'm being told that she needs like a healer that needs to do hands on her, like on her aura and on her body, Like they have to do it like over her body and put a lot of energy to put some healing where it needs to be done. That can be done with with the issue that she has. And then as far as the surgery, I think you said surgery, if I heard you right. I do feel that she needs to go get checked, because along with, with what I said, I do feel that she needs to get a second opinion.
Yeah, and it's always important to do that, no matter what, even if it's something really not that scary. But when it comes to your lungs and so on and so forth, it's really important to get that second opinion. But always listen to your gut instinct of what's going on, and take care of yourself, but for sure. And I had a psychic healer on recently by the name of Craig S. Leaflore, and you can find him on Facebook, Sister Verna. And he's actually done some healing for my sister, and he's really amazing and awesome, and he's really helped her a lot. So you can personally message me, and I can give you his information so you can get a hold of him. But definitely, like Chris was saying, acupuncture could help. But you could also look at a healer instead of going through all the medications and such that they try to put you on that cause other issues. But it's so very important, like Chris was saying, get a second opinion.
Yeah, because I don't feel like they're telling her everything. I feel like there's something that's being dismissed, and that's why I kept saying, like, getting a second opinion. And then if she wants to, she can also get, like, that healer, because I'm being told that she needs a hand-on-hand healer that maybe might be doing acupuncture, and that's probably why I said it. And who knows, maybe he's into that kind of stuff. So, if he can do, like, a personal healing on her, I think that would make a big difference on her healing, on her health. A big difference.
Awesome. Well, due to our tech issues, we actually have to end the show early. So, Chris, can you tell our listeners how to find you and how to get a hold of you?
Y'all can reach me at 210-974-3470. Or you can reach me at the email Garcia187bluelove@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook as Psychic Garcia. I'm also on Twitter. I think it's Chris GA5573861. Or if not, if you can't find me, just save my number, and if you have the Twitter app, I should pop up.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being on the show again this month, and I look forward to you being here again next month, because you're so amazing and awesome, and you do such an awesome job.
You're welcome, as always.
And thank you to everybody in Facebook, Spaced Out Radio, Spreaker, Twitter, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, Deep Talk Radio, and wherever else in the universe you're listening tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening, and it was my pleasure, literally and figuratively, and I can't wait to do it again next weekend on spacedoutradio.com. And we have a lot of good stuff to look forward to this next weekend. We have the Ghost Seekers of Texas with Helen Wicke and her team, and we also have William Pattinson, and it's Horror Month, so we're going to pay tribute to Horror Month and talk about all the awesome, epic people in the horror world, as far as Vincent Price and so many people that paved the way for horror these days. So you guys, until next time, nighty-night, love and light to all my space cases out there. And don't forget, we are all in this together. Together, we can make the world a little better. And together, my friends, we own the night. You guys have a wonderful week. Don't work too hard. Take care of my use. And I'll see you back here next weekend. If you'd like to come into the SOR Asylum After Party with us, the number is 1-970-335-9596. That's 1-970-335-9596. Again, take care of my use, and I'll see you guys back here next weekend on the flip side.